Ready, Ashley?
We're ready. You're on.
All right. Good morning and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Dan Murphy. I'm the Senior Vice President with the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association. But before we begin, this webinar will be pre-recorded. It will be sent to everybody that is registered or on the call. Also, if you have a question, put it in the chat box. We will answer those after. We won't answer, don't have any live Q&A, and we'll send you your questions immediately after this. I'd like to thank Florida Power and Light for hosting and sponsoring this webinar. FPL has been a partner and member and supporter with the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association for more than 10 years. FPL has been there for FRLA members and our industry through countless hurricanes and disasters. And before I introduce Andy, I hope she's on the broadcast, and I want to give a big shout out and special recognition for Marilyn Arnell with FPL. Marilyn's been our liaison with the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association for more than 10 years, and she's a friend and a good supporter. With that, I'm going to introduce our guest speaker this morning. Andy Marin is the Director of Government and Major Accounts for Florida Power and Light. Andy leads a team of customer advisors responsible for managing commercial, industrial, and government accounts and FPLs. He supports customer energy needs, develops relationships, identifies partnership opportunities across various customer industries he serves. Andy Marin is an energy efficiency expert who's been in the industry for more than 20 years. Andy, it's all yours. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Dan, and a pleasure to be here. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for that introduction, Dan. Really appreciate it. So this webinar today is intended to provide you with some tools and tips for managing your energy usage in your business. And your participation today gives you the chance to win a $15,000 energy makeover from Florida Power and Light. In order to be eligible to win this energy makeover, we're going to ask you to activate our free energy saving tool called the Business Energy Manager. And we're going to take a closer look at this tool a little later in the presentation, but it will provide you with an opportunity to identify cost savings. And I did not want to miss the announcement of this in the beginning of this presentation. So a $15,000 energy makeover will be given away to the participants for being here this morning. So thank you again for being here. Let's go ahead and get started. So managing your bottom line, whether you are running and owning a business, restaurant, hotel, your bottom line, finding budget efficiencies is more important now than ever. What we've experienced over the last 7 months is unprecedented. Very trying times for everyone across the country, across the globe. A few industries have been hit as hard as hotels and restaurants. And your businesses have had to probably be very, very flexible, pivot from their normal operations, and identify ways to stay afloat. So we're here today to talk about areas where we can help you identify savings wherever possible. These last few months have been ever so challenging, and at Florida Power and Light, we're always looking for opportunities and areas that we can support our customers. And having this partnership with FRLA and having this opportunity today to share these tools and tips is so important to us. So we wanted to start off by just getting an understanding of how your business has been impacted by COVID-19. So what you'll see on the screen here are 3 options. We just want to get a feel for how COVID-19 has impacted your business. So I'm going to launch a poll, and you should see a poll on your screen. There's 3 options. Has this impact had significant business interruption? Has it reduced revenue profit? Has it injected additional new operational changes based on the COVID-19 and new protocols? So please go ahead and select one or more than one of these options. Let's go ahead and close that. Okay. So a little bit about what FPL has seen. So I noticed from the poll, a lot of you on the call have seen significant impacts in revenues and profits. And what we are seeing in the hotel and restaurant industry is immediately upon shutdown and or partial closure, energy being consumed at similar rates prior to the shutdown. And now as locations reopen at limited capacity or hopefully at full capacity, this challenge exists of where and how you can save. Across the United States, restaurants have one of the highest energy intensities of any commercial buildings. From a kilowatt hour perspective, it's around 38 to 40 kilowatt hours per square foot. And in comparison, hotels and motels use about 14 kilowatts hours per square foot. So there's a difference in energy intensity with restaurants versus hotels, but nonetheless, we saw over the past 7 months an opportunity where if businesses were closed or at partial occupancy, opportunities to save energy. Another reason why we're here today to make sure that we can help our customers be aware of these opportunities. In addition to that, numerous conversations with our customers, working with them and understanding their situations. 1 in 4 hotels are at risk of foreclosure, and as earlier as this year, 16,000 restaurants across the country have permanently closed. So this has had a significant impact, as you all know, to the industries, the restaurant industry and the hotel industry. And in addition to that, this situation has brought about some new protocols, leading to unexpected and increased costs. I was listening to a speaker last week talking in the hotel industry, talking about how hygiene now has become the new luxury, and restaurants have had to pivot and create comfortable outdoor dining areas. So both the dining and lodging sectors have had to implement, increased cleaning and sanitation protocols, and these obviously increase costs to your business. So, as a business owner, you've constantly working and looking for ideas and things to do to make sure your hotel and restaurant survives and thrives in this challenging time. So 3 things that I want to express to you all this morning that FPL can do to help you along the way. And first is addressing immediate needs. Immediately upon the shutdown or the pandemic, the national crisis back in March, at Florida Park & Light, we implemented some special COVID-19 policies where we instituted special programs for our business customers, offering payment extensions, managing our customers with their past due balances, waiving late payment fees, and other things that, through our conversations and interactions with our customers on what we can do to keep their lights on. Our team at Florida Park & Light is committed to not stopping and looking for innovative ways to help our customers through this challenging time. Our employees continue to stay on top of the developments. We're making sure that we're on top of policy and things happening in Washington at the state level, allowing us to provide customers that we interact with resources to go to for additional help. We're all in this together. We're committed at Florida Park & Light to do everything we can to support our customers experiencing hardship due to COVID-19. Now, I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about energy, hopefully enhance your energy IQ. provide you with some energy efficiency practices for the short term and the long term. So we're going to jump into another poll and to get a sense of how how your operations operates and what has the biggest impact on your energy bill. So there's 3 options just to get a feel for restaurant lodging customers here in the meeting. So the first option is heating and cooling, and we'll throw in refrigeration in there. Or is it lighting or your hours of operation? So which one of these 3 options has the biggest impact on your energy? Is it your heating, cooling, refrigeration, lighting, or hours of operation? Please go ahead and select one in the poll as I launch it. Okay, the majority have answered heating, cooling, and refrigeration. So normally in a commercial building outside of the cooking aspect of it, your HVAC, cooling, and refrigeration systems accounts for the largest impact to your energy bill. It's a big deal, and so there's some easy tips and tricks that we can incorporate into our operation to manage that. From a restaurant perspective, cooking and refrigeration consume the majority of the energy usage. In a typical restaurant, the cooking, the refrigeration, water heating represents almost 80% of the usage of energy in the facility. So those systems, some more complex than others, are great targets for energy savings. And an achievement of just 20% reduction in energy costs can directly translate into an additional 1% in profit. So there's some low, no-cost steps that can have a real impact on your restaurant's bottom line. From an HVAC perspective, it's important to note some of this is common sense, but being aware of it, that there's a direct correlation between outdoor temperature and energy usage. The warmer temperatures outside, the more your systems need to work to cool and provide comfort for your customers. So during the summer months, and hopefully we get into a cooler season here moving into November, but during the warmer months, systems typically run longer and consume and use much more energy. But at the same time, it's so important in your industry that your customers and visitors are comfortable. So there's some things that you can do. If you're partially open or if you have the space and the capacity that's underutilized, let's try not to overcool those underutilized spaces. Some additional tips on your HVAC is leveraging technology. There's programmable thermostats that can reduce air conditioning costs during unoccupied hours. Regularly changing your HVAC filters. It should be an activity that your team takes on a monthly basis. Tune up your HVAC units. If you have a facility that's shut down or unoccupied, there's opportunities to reduce the outside air intake system, or turning off or reducing your exhaust air systems. From a kitchen and refrigeration perspective, refrigerator doors can leak cool air, which means the condenser is going to run longer and harder to maintain that proper temperature. So there's having that awareness of your facility and the equipment that consumes energy is so important during this time, so that we can save as much money on our energy bill and become more efficient with our energy use. And some other tips from a partial occupancy perspective that you can implement immediately. Unplug and turn off unnecessary appliances, equipment. Lower the temperature of your water heater. Overheating water can be a huge waste in energy. And office equipment, such as computers, printers, copy machines, if they're not in use or after hours, shut them off to save energy. Some additional tips on energy efficiency in your kitchen, simple as turning things off. In storage areas, dishwashing equipment, turn things down. Kitchens are a huge energy drain, so when firing up equipment, don't preheat more than you need to. When things are slower, if you have an opportunity to turn things down after the rush, do so. Hotels, lobbies of hotels and motels with the TV on. Again, there's a balance of visitor and comfort that we need to take into consideration. But if there are opportunities of underutilized space with TVs on, plug loads add up, and plug loads impact your energy bill. Lighting is another thing. If you have areas that are underutilized, they consume electricity, and lighting not only consumes electricity, it adds to the heat, which requires your HVAC system to pull more energy to cool down to your set point. So some important tips around lighting as well. So some things that we've talked to customers about is making this in order to make our employees and our companies more energy conscious. So make it a team effort. Consider establishing some goals, some energy efficiency goals. Put some people in charge. Have a team meeting and make a pledge to increase your team's energy awareness. Put someone in charge of pledging to commit to educating the employees and the team members on where and how you can save energy. Again, every kilowatt hour that's not used is going to be money back in your pocket. So there's many hotels that encourage energy efficiency of their guests. So that's a great example of how the hotel industry has leveraged their guests to practice some energy efficiency measures within the customer's visit. So the more we educate our teams and our guests, the more opportunities we will have to save. We're going to get into energy demand, and I want to just talk a little bit about why this is important and what it is. First, what is energy demand? Electricity is charged on two measures. So Florida Power and Light and most, if not all, utilities will charge based on consumption and demand. The consumption component of the bill is based on the kilowatt hours used. So the building consumes X amount of kilowatt hours per month. The demand component of the bill is the peak demand, so the kilowatts that is pulled and used during a given month over the last 12 months. So in essence, the demand side of your bill is the size of the pipe that's required for us to send the amount of electricity kilowatts to your facility in order to operate. Florida Power and Light has to build in the necessary pipes, wires, transformers for our customers to serve at their peak load. So there's, for business customers, typically a charge for kilowatt hour, your consumption, and kilowatt demand. So I wanted to kind of frame that up about, why is it important? It's important because you get billed off of your consumption and your demand. And it's important that you understand what impacts your consumption and your demand. So I wanted to just present an example to the group to compare electricity usage between two customers. These two customers over a given month use the same amount of kilowatt hours. So both customers are using 20,000 kilowatts over the course of a month. The first customer is using electricity at a steady rate over a 30-day period. So that is customer one. So every day on a consistent basis, they're accessing, turning on, using their equipment and their electricity at a steady rate. Customer two also uses 20,000 kilowatt hours. However, let's use a restaurant, for example. They use the majority of their consumption in bursts over the lunchtime period, let's say from 11 to 4 o'clock. The majority of their usage is happening during those hours. They use the same amount of kilowatt hours, so that's the consumption part of the bill. And then there's the demand part of the bill, where customer two is using the bulk of the need of electricity comes in a finite period throughout the day. So the bulk of their demand comes in a specific period of the day. And so both customers use the same amount of electricity. The second customer is going to be charged more by placing greater demand on the system. They need a larger infrastructure to support the demand that they require to operate their facility. So a third poll that we want to run today is, are you customer number one, where you use electricity consistently and steadily throughout the day? Are you customer number two, where you are using the majority of your electricity during a specific period of time? And I'm going to launch this poll if I can figure it out. There we go. We're going to launch the energy demand and see who we have. Do we have customer one, customer two, or we're not sure? Okay, so it looks like we have a combination of high demand usage customers, and we're really not sure. So I'm going to use HVAC as an example, and depending on your type of business, equipment, and usage patterns, this is relatable for most. The greater need of electricity that you need, the higher demand. So business customers that are on a demand rate are going to get billed for their demand. Ways that we can control our demand is first understanding what our equipment is that is pulling this demand. So there's some quick short-term measures that we can put in place to raise this awareness, and then there's some longer-term solutions, typically requiring extensive implementation, but they can dramatically increase efficiency. They can put some more controls on your demand and improve the comfort and safety of your facility. But from an HVAC perspective, if you have a facility that's running on several HVAC units, the more control you have during the startup time, the less demand that you'll need to get these up and running. So think of it as, needing, so how much water do we need? Think of it as a fire hose, right? So the more electrons that you need, the bigger the hose that you need to supply water to the building. It's the same thing for electricity. So some additional tips: if you have a cooking and kitchen facility, firing up that electric cooking equipment, your exhaust systems, at the same time as you're trying to cool down your facility, you're going to make your HVAC system work harder, right? So you want to make sure that your big energy consumer, your HVAC system, can cool down your area before you start incorporating additional heat factors into that cooling system. So if you can stagger equipment startups, and you can understand again which equipment pulls the most electricity, you'll have greater control over your energy usage and your demand. So again, some of this may be challenging to understand, and so at FPL we're again focused on our customers. We want to be focused on delivering affordable, reliable power to you. You've come to count on it. It's essential in today's world. And so I wanted to touch on some things that can help you understand your energy usage, help you understand your energy equipment, what's pulling the greatest demand, what's pulling my greatest consumption, and how you can better control your facilities moving forward. So we offer a free business expert evaluation. These energy audits are free. Our team will review your business energy usage with you. We look at your entire facility. We do an audit of your equipment, your usage patterns, your hours of operation, and we provide a free customized report with energy saving solutions, short-term and longer-term solutions for you to incorporate into your planning on how I can save more money. So free business expert energy evaluations are available to anyone that's a Florida Power and Light customer. So I encourage those of you that need more support on your energy usage and energy costs to schedule a energy evaluation. But we also understand that your focus shouldn't be simply on energy usage. We understand that you need to run your business. You need to take care of your customers. You need to make sure your employees are performing. So we have also implemented some tools for you to allow you not to spend too much time analyzing energy costs. We're here today to hopefully encourage our customers to be more aware of their energy costs and understand how they can become more efficient. But we also want to take the time to let you know that we have an online tool, our Business Energy Manager, that can do a lot of this analysis and equipment understanding for you. Your business energy needs are unique. They're different than your neighbor's business. And tools like our Business Energy Manager allow you to control your energy usage and help you save money based on how you use it and the type of equipment you have. You can view your usage patterns as specific as 15-minute intervals or as broad as on a monthly basis. So there's just a tremendous amount of information available to you through our Business Energy Manager. And I wanted to share an example of 3 customers that we have that have explored and activated their Business Energy Manager and have found great areas of energy efficiency and cost-saving opportunities that we provided through this tool. And I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties in playing my video. Let's see.
Ever since I was younger, I was wanting to be behind the chair. And I'll get like these new baby dolls and Barbies, and I'll get in trouble for cutting their hair.
You need to be able to find a place where like people are embracing my art, but also contributing to do something for the community, and that's my favorite part.
We have been through so much with our customers, being a business that they can rely on.
In a time like COVID-19, where it's very important to count every penny. The FPL Business Energy Manager has helped us essentially because it really helped us identify different ways that we can save money.
We realize that our refrigeration is consuming most of our energy. We put cooling blankets over our fruits and vegetables at night, and we've been able to lower our bill.
We swapped out the normal bulbs with LED bulbs, and we have over 200, so you can only imagine our bill is way lower.
I don't think anybody can say they've been through anything like this.
I love the fact that FPL even came out with something to help small businesses in a time of extreme need. That's definitely helped a lot.
So as I mentioned in the beginning, we have an exciting offer for all of the listeners this morning. You simply need to activate your free Business Energy Manager tool by Thursday, October 29th. You'll have all day on the 29th to activate it, and you'll be entered in and have a chance to win a $15,000 business energy makeover. So we encourage you all to take advantage of this tool, similar to the 3 customers we just heard from. Be given an opportunity to win a $15,000 energy makeover, but also learn more about your energy usage and consumption patterns. In addition to that, I just wanted to touch on some other resources that we provide to our business customers. We have a website that's full of information for our business customers. We have programs and services. So when we send out our energy expert and we provide an energy audit, or you leverage our business energy manager and you receive recommendations, we have business programs that offer rebates for customers that incorporate these energy efficiency measures into their business. So FPL.com/biz programs offers shows our customers every business energy efficiency program we have to offer. If your facility, your restaurant, your hotel, your office has explored or is interested in electric vehicle chargers, at Florida Power and Light, we have a new FPL EV program for our business customers, where we partner with our customers and install charging locations at our cost, and we maintain them for our business customers. So if you have a desire or an interest in enhancing your sustainability footprint and supporting electric vehicle chargers, I encourage you to visit the FPL.com Energy My Way Evolution site. We also have other tools and resources available in our website. As I mentioned, we're constantly staying abreast of our coronavirus COVID-19 policies and changes, and providing resource support to our customers on our FPL.com/coronavirus website. So in closing, I just wanted to list the 3 most important takeaways that I hope you've taken from this discussion. I highly encourage everyone to activate your business energy makeover. Again, you'll have a chance to win a $15,000 energy makeover through the Business Energy Manager. You'll not only have a chance to win, but it'll give you insight into your usage patterns, your consumption patterns, which will be helpful for you moving forward in saving money. Visit our COVID-19 Business Resource Center with up-to-date COVID-19 resources. Schedule a free business energy evaluation from our energy experts. And I also wanted to see if we can hear from you. If you can use the chat box and tell us what else you learned today, or any other takeaways that you've taken from this presentation. Okay, so I wanted to thank you all for being here this morning. I hope this provided some level of understanding, some tools and some tricks and tips that you can leverage in your business, in your hotel, in your restaurant, in your offices. Please remember to activate your business energy manager by October 29th. It's free, and you will be entered in to win a $15,000 energy makeover, and our winner will be announced in early November. Thank you all so much for being here, and have a great rest of your day.